Hi everyone, this is Key. This video will focus on the upcoming 6-week prospecting for listing training program. It's a 6-week program focused primarily on the job of getting listings. So, what is my mission? What is the big picture? I'm going to try to keep this video short because I want to give you a sense of it. If you go to my landing pages, I have an FAQ, I have a description, I have the syllabus for the course. My focus is how to empower agents and brokers to become confident, consistent prospectors. That's it. That's the bottom line. And there are things that get in the way. Of course, life gets in the way. Our business plan may not be as strong as we want it to be. And we always kind of relegate or push back the most important aspect of our business, which is prospecting, generating new business. But generating new business with the right clients. Sellers are what you are seeking. Yes, we have this idea in our industry that you come in to real estate, you learn how to work with buyers, and then you graduate somehow, and then you're ready to take listings. And that is a false idea. I think our agents should come from the get go, learn to prospect immediately, and learn to tackle the most difficult or the most demanding part of our business, which is learning to get business. I'm focused primarily on action. I'm an activity coach. Knowledge is important. Knowledge is kind of the foundation of what to do, but the action that you take is what's important. So when you're making phone calls, well, you need to know what are the foundational scripts, what are the things to say, how to validate, which is how to listen in such a way that the other person on the other side hears you interacting with them and they don't just hang up the phone. Real estate is based on daily activities. Prospecting is not a weekly thing or a monthly thing, or when things are not working so well, then we start doing it. Prospecting is a consistent 1 hour, preferably 2 hours a day. And that means developing the mindset of a prospector. How do you think like a prospector? How do you wake up in the morning with that clarity of purpose and pursue getting the listings you deserve? Let me paint you a big picture. 10 listings a year should be your minimum. Now, why is that? See, if you learn to get 10 listings a year, many things happen. First of all, you build your confidence, which is really the currency of real estate. But you do something more than that. When you learn to do 10 listings a year, you start realizing, wait a second, those listings that I'm getting are in areas where some of them I want more listings. So they create visibility, they create engagement with other potential neighbors, and future business come from it. This is why some of you have heard me say in my classes, listing make babies. When you learn to get listings, transactions start happening around them. And that's why the first 10 listings of the years are the most difficult. And by the way, when I say get 10 listing, I'm not saying go to sleep. I'm saying if you commit to that, then the number of transactions you end up doing, believe it or not, is closer to 18, 20, even 25, because of the energy that those listing and that confidence that will build in you. So really, when you learn to prospect, you're learning the confidence of engagement, how to engage potential future homeowners to trust you to list with you. And there are several ways. Let's focus on the two that matters: face to face and on the phone. Everything else is a funnel to face and on the phone. Everything else, what you do on social media, what you do in your blog, what you do in your website, they all have to come down to a face to face appointment or a beginning phone appointment and then a face to face. You will have to confront that. And this is why a lot of agents, when they are new or when things are not going as well, they tend to focus too much on the easy stuff. What I mean, posting something on Facebook, posting something on social media. I'm not saying don't do that, but that is not prospecting. That is called fanning the flames, getting something going, picking up the phone and calling someone. That's prospecting. Now, what do you need for that? Well, you need scripts. You need a mindset for it, how to think about it. You need a schedule for it. You need to learn how to time block. You need to know how to engage. Um, so it is, this is why I always tell people in real estate, don't take my training if you're going to do real estate as a side gig, as a thing that is extra to what you want to do. I'm not the right trainer for that. I'm after the agents who either are full time or can see themselves in a few months becoming full time, because this is a demanding psychological endeavor. Real estate is really not for everyone. So how should you think about this 6 weeks? Think of it as coming to a program that will teach you the fundamentals of prospecting, how to ask for business, how to do it in a non-salesy way without manipulation, how to learn to engage, how to overcome that fear of rejection, that thing that makes you go, don't do it, man. They're going to say no to you. That's all in your head. And if you learn the script, if you learn the affirmations, if you learn the preparation, if you have the right time blocks, then the 6 week will be an investment in your future. And this is why, if you see yourself not getting the listings you deserve, you're not getting enough homeowners to engage you and think of you as a listing agent, you want to do something about it. So I hope I will see you at my next 6 week program and or at my events. And I wish you the best. Take care, my friends.